Welcome to the Zen Supermom podcast. In the episode today, I'm going to invite you to put your rain boots on and go with me for an Easter egg hunt. And then we will go together for a ride, keeping your eyes on the road. Now, wait, what? Don't worry, I didn't go completely mad or crazy. I didn't lose my marbles yet. It is the time of the year to do some reflection times over the year that has been finishing and looking ahead. Well, what is it that you want to create and attract more of in the coming year? And even if you're watching or planning to listen to this podcast episode later on throughout the year, at any time of the year, it might be a very useful exercise to do. I find, at least personally for me, whenever my birthday is approaching, whenever there's a new school year as well starting, because that feels like it's a new chapter, it's a new thing on the calendar or a new milestone in your life. I'm working with lots of moms who are sometimes who have to break up their marriages and partnerships, or there's a second or third baby coming in, or a first baby coming in. So you will want to do this kind of closing the old chapter and opening up a new chapter of your life. You will want to do it consciously by being aware and learning all the lessons from the past to be better prepared for what's coming. So, big introduction, big expectations. Do you want to dive in with me? Let's do it. Hi, my name is Elena. I'm your mommy tantrum specialist, and I'm the founder of the Zen Supermom system. And this is the first podcast to help you increase your stress resistance so that you can become a Zen Supermom and simply do it all while staying calm and happy. Welcome to the Zen Supermom podcast. Hi Supermom, it's Elena here, your mommy tantrum specialist and the founder of the Zen Supermom system, where we help busy, loving, but yelling moms, probably like you, to stop yelling at your kids and set healthy boundaries in calm, including whatever life transitioning, changing, decision-making situations you get into, including when the calendar or the seasons of the year change and you're at a crossroad, or you're at a point when you're evaluating what has been and preparing for what is to come, which is the time of the year right now. This is going to be the last podcast episode of 2023. So as we are going to roll a little bit in a different way than we usually do. I'm not going to do too much of my blah blah about my crazy life and experiences about my clients, but we will talk more about you, and we are going to do it in an exercise. So, words of caution: if you are driving a car, then, or if you need to keep paying full 100% attention to what you're doing, then this might not be the best time to do this episode. But if it's just normal multitasking, you're cooking, cleaning, playing with the kids while you have something in your ears, doing exercise or taking them to school, it's okay. You're going to get a lot of value. We are also going to attach all of the exercise as either a PDF or Word document. I'm not sure yet how we are going to share it with you, but you are going to get the questions written on a paper, online paper, so that you don't have to write it down if you don't want to, okay? Just to all the controller perfectionist saboteurs voices in your head, calm down, it's okay, I've got you covered, it's fine, relax, all right? Now, if you heard the intro of this podcast episode, which was a little bit crazy, we are going to put on our rain boots, mud boots. The first part of the exercise is going to be Easter egg hunt. I'm going to invite you to look through your last year, 2023, the year that's almost done, and look for Easter eggs. And I love this metaphor so much, and my clients, they're already laughing with me every time I say that. Because it's just a beautiful analogy, right? Imagine, I never had Easter egg hunts growing up. because there were different Easter traditions in the former Czechoslovakia. But I love that idea of going through some garden that might be muddy, that might be full of bushes and things sticking in your face and being in your face, and looking for these Easter eggs, like those chocolate yummies, whatever you love. Like, if you don't like chocolate, put there whatever you want to look for, whatever you love. And so often, if your parents are a little bit funny, and the older you get, I would guess they try to make them harder to find. So all you see is a luscious garden. All you see is dark corners. All you see is muddy puddles, maybe in the spring. And it's like, what? There's some yummies here. There are some good things for me to find. Well, yeah, guess what? That's maybe what your 2023 looked like, right? Was it messy? Was it painful? Was it easy to find those good moments? Or maybe do we need to dig in a little bit sometimes? Do we need to look in those darker moments as well to find that there was something good that you can take away from it? Ha ha. Ready? Put on your rain boots. Let's go. I'm going to open that document that I'm going to share with you so that I can read it for you and guide you through. So 2023 in retrospect. If you love journaling, it might be a good thing to listen to this podcast episode again or take those questions again when you can be writing down your stuff. I would highly recommend that. Is that a necessary step? No, it's not. I'm not going to push you, but it would give you a lot of value if you can write it down, because then you can look at it next year and 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and do like, ha ha. Okay, here we go. 2023 in retrospect. What are all the things you want to celebrate? Look through your last year. What are all the things that you are proud of, that you want to celebrate, that were caused or influenced by you? What is it that you, aka, achieved, where you succeeded? Okay, now this will be a good one for your hyperachiever. Will be happy to show off. If there's any judge showing up in your head right now saying like, no, you cannot celebrate anything because it was really a bad year and so many bad things happen and you're still yelling at your kids. No. Hi, judge. Thank you very much. Take a back seat. Let us do this exercise. What are all the things that are worth celebrating? The obvious ones, and also start looking for those Easter eggs, the less obvious ones as well. Okay. You can pause if you need more time. Otherwise, come with me. What are all the things that went great, even without you doing anything? Like, it just happened. It was amazing. You enjoyed it. You had nothing to do with it. Maybe not really directly. What was great about last year? Think back. Yeah. And then when you're ready with it, what were the biggest aha moments you experienced? What were the biggest, some of your most amazing, mind-blowing realizations that suddenly did like bing in your head and your perspective shifted forever? You can never go back to how you saw that situation or thing before, because suddenly, as if you opened your eyes and you're like, oh my goodness, that's what it is. What were some of those biggest aha moments? And then, I am proud of myself for... You tell me. What are you proud of yourself for? As if you could give yourself like pat on the back. Well done. This one was great. And it's good you have those rain boots for the muddy puddles, like Peppa Pig. Yes, sorry, my daughter is on Peppa Pig still. What is the hardest thing you overcame? Let's get in the mud a little bit. What is the hardest thing you had to overcome and you did it? last year? Even though you might not be like completely out of it still by now when you listen, but you're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. What is it? And what was the Easter egg in that? What was the lesson that no matter how painful that situation was, you actually learned something that's going to benefit you even more in the future? Big question, I know. What is it that will make it worth that pain in the end? That's the Easter egg. And then thinking about your loved ones. How is all of this, your growth, your celebrations, you overcoming hard stuff, how are your loved ones going to benefit from that? Because they always watch us, right? The kids. You know that more than what we do, what we say, is like when they observe us, how we behave, how we react, what our energy is with them. So it's going to have an impact on them one way or another. Huh? What is the impact of your wins on your loved ones? Got it? And last question. How would you summarize what is the key one or two words, keyword, for 2023? If you were to label it, like, what would it be? One word to summarize your last year. What would it be? Got it? If you need more time, pause to finish any of the retrospect, any of the rain boots Easter egg hunt. Go and dig. I intentionally didn't want to take you to too many dark places because my guess is if you're listening to this podcast, those are quite familiar to you. You spent a lot of time in those dark corners beating yourself up. That's why I wanted to pull you a little more up to the light and celebrate. Because if you're like most of the moms that I work with and how I used to be, you don't give yourself enough credit for all the great things you've done, right? So I hope that one of the things that you got out of this first piece is that you actually realize there are quite some things you can and deserve to celebrate and feel proud of about. Right? Good. Ready to move on? Second section. The first section was about past. Second section is going to be about present. Where is it that you're at right now, at this moment in time? And I'm going to ask you to evaluate things on a scale from 1 to 5, to evaluate your, like the areas of your life on a scale from 1 to 5. 5 being thriving, 5 being the best, okay? So, on the scale from 1 to 5, how would you rate your current state of health? Shout out a number or write it down. How about your fitness level? Give me a number from 1 to 5, 5 being thriving. Money. Relationships. In general. Now, specifically, a relationship with your kids, because that's why we're here, right? Love. 1 to 5. Spirituality. Or in general, for those of you who don't consider yourself spiritual, I would be like living on your purpose, feeling like your life has a meaning and it's not just like being a mom to serve others, but are you living on your purpose? Business or work. Fulfillment, achievement there, 1 to 5. Energy, from 1 to 5 right now. And support, receiving, 1 to 5. Because I know you're giving so much. How do you feel? Are you getting enough support, and are you open to receive on a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being thriving? Good. Now, how was this rating exercise for you? What are your aha moments from this one? Reflect. Any surprises? Or is it like, yeah, I already knew? What area are you the most proud of? And which of these areas comes easiest to you? And why? Which of them do you want to improve going forward? And how can you take the way you are in the easiest area and apply it to the one you want to improve? Ninja trick, what? Okay. Good. This was the end of the second section of the exercise. We did the past, now we finished the present. What is it that was the most valuable insight you got from this piece? Note it down. Take a note, mentally or on paper. Because we are moving to the last section, final one. 2024, baby. I was just almost like, I was like, which one is next? 2020 what? 4. Now, let's set it up first. Because I was saying, yeah, the first part was rain boots and Easter egg hunt. This is the part where we will want to set, I'm going to take you for a ride. You will identify the destination. Where is it that you want to be headed towards in 2024, so that you can keep your eyes on the road. That's, by the way, another like phrase that I keep using so much that all of the moms I work with, they are already sick of me saying that, but it's good because then it becomes the voice in their head and they're like, yeah, and then I was in this situation and I heard Elena, what would Elena say? She would say, eyes on the road, and so she did. I'm like, yay, well done, that's it, it's working. So I'm going to brainwash you as well. We will set your GPS, we'll put a destination in your GPS so that you can keep your eyes on the road and you make sure you arrive by the end of this year, the coming year, 2024. Ready? So paint this picture. If you can close your eyes, if you feel like that's a great thing to do right now, do it. If you're driving or if it's not a good idea right now, you need to keep being busy. It's okay, because right now you will already start having images at the back of your mind anyways. Your brain is so smart, it will jump in the game too. Paint the picture. It's December 31st, 2024. 1 year later. Paint the picture as if it's right now, today. How are you feeling right now? And how did you feel the last year as you look over back at 2024? What do you want to celebrate now at the end of 2024? Being in this future vision. What is it that, like, imagine we are doing the rain boots Easter egg hunt exercise again. What are you celebrating? What Easter egg hunts did you find? On the sunshine, in the mud, in the dark corners in 2024. And why does that matter? And if you would summarize the 2024 again in 1 or 2 words, what would it be? What is your key word for 2024? Now, you've been looking in that future vision when, at the end of 2024, you've been looking around yourself. Now I want you to stand in front of a mirror, as if you could, in the future, to look inside the mirror and look within you. Who is the woman who achieved her 2024 goals and vision? Who is she? How does she show up for herself, for her family, for her work, for her health? How does she show up? And what does she do daily? Not what she should do, not what she must do, not what her judge will push you to do, but what does she deserve? What does she feel compelled to do daily? See how that changes your energy around it? What beliefs does she hold? And what habits does she have? Maybe it might tie up to the previous question. Maybe you might get something else on top. What is the most important for her? Most important thing, most important focus, most important value. You fill it in for yourself. Because that's the eyes on the road. Okay? Now I'm closing the loop with the analogy. What is the most important thing? How did she, meaning your future self, your 1 year older self, how did she get here to the end of 2024 so that she could appreciate and celebrate the year, feeling great about the year, feeling like it made so much sense, feeling like maybe there was some pain still, maybe there was some growth that was needed, like teething pains, like when the kids are growing up, the bodies are hurting because the bones and muscles are growing. You might be going through this stage right now. Maybe 2023 or 2024 will be still a year of growth, and it will be painful. It will be scary. You will have no idea what you're doing. It will take taking some leaps of faith. You might jump into the unknown. Well, who is that woman who will do all of that so that she can feel proud at the end of the year? That it was all worth it. Who is she being? Because this is who you need to be right now. Did you get it? This was the eyes on the road exercise for where you want to go, where you want to get to by the end of next year. But who is going to get you there? That's who you need to be right now. I hope that landed. Because this was one of my biggest revelations. My hyperachiever, my judge, my perfectionist, controller, victim in my head, all of these blah blah stories I used to carry around were always setting targets in front of me, always too high, always unattainable. And even if I made it, then I got to the top. I did that achievement. I felt better about myself for a few seconds because then they showed me something else. And what I thought is, I'll be happy when. I'll be happy when this is done. I'll be happy when my business finally takes off the ground and I start making more money. I'll be happy when I do more certifications so that I can help more clients. I'll be happy when my daughter stops bothering me so much so that I have more time to study and work. And I'll be happy when I stop yelling at her so much so that I can stop feeling guilty. I'll be happy when my husband starts helping me more so that I feel less stressed and exhausted. I'll be happy when I exercise more so that I lose more weight and I feel in a better shape physically and mentally. I'll be happy when. This is the killer. This is the killer of your life. This is how you spend your life sleeping. You're like sleepwalking through your life with, I'll be happy when. I cannot be happy right now. So let me close my eyes, get drowned in my pain because I cannot be happy right now. There are so many bad things happening and so many things not going well. So much pain, so much guilt. I cannot be happy right now. And you keep sleepwalking through your life. And so often people wake up only when it's too late and it's the end. The kids have left the house. Your partner has left you, or you have left him, or you, whatever, you're retired. It's your last day in this physical body, on this physical plane, and it's too late. Wake up. You will not be happy then. Set up your GPS. Where is it that you want to be by the end of the next year? See clearly who you need to be. What is it going to take from you to be that person who has felt the joy, calm, peace, fulfillment, like you're the best mom your kids could ever wish for? Who do you need to be able to feel this way? And be that now. Okay, I'm done with my preaching. This was the future pacing exercise. I hope it landed. I hope you got some aha moment right there, because this was one of my biggest aha moments. So I just wanted to share with you in case it helped anybody. Final piece of what we are going to do together today. It's called Future You Now. Go to December 31st, 2024 and write a letter to yourself today about what you accomplished the past year. You can write it in your mind right now. You're writing a letter. It's 31st December 2024. And you're writing a letter to yourself from a year back. What do you want her to know? And what is it that you're celebrating? What is it that you know she was afraid of, but you're not anymore? What is the advice for yourself today? What is it that she needs to hear from you? Play those messages, like as if you could write that letter, as if you could talk to her now, or feel free to pause this exercise right now and take all the time you need. It's very important. And when you're done, we will conclude our little exercise today. We will put away those muddy boots. We will get out of that car that's driving somewhere. I'm going to invite you to take the helicopter. Just look at everything from higher up. Not the nitty-gritty day-to-day. Level up, see the bigger picture, the bigger view, maybe of your entire life. And see this point as like one little dot. Right there somewhere, hopefully in the middle of the timeline, or maybe even like closer to the beginning. Who knows? That's one of the fun aspects of life. We never know how long our line is, do we? And have a look from the helicopter. What is it that becomes obvious? What are you grateful for? And once you take the helicopter down, what do you want to do about it now, today? That's my final invitation. Because any insights are only as good as you do something about it. There's something that changes, that shifts inside of you, and you start behaving, acting, feeling, being differently. So, what is it that it's going to be for you now? I hope you got some insights. I got you found some value in this exercise. I would love to hear from you. We are going to attach this worksheet for you to this podcast episode so that you can fill it in. You can take a snapshot, or if you wrote it by hand, take a picture, send it to me. Either put it somewhere as a comment on social media, or if it's like too private and you don't want to share with the rest of the world, just with me, then send it to me over email. You have my email address everywhere as well. Let me know what is it that you get out of this exercise, and how is it that I can keep helping you going forward. Because you know what? Like, I'm going to tell you a secret. I'm like super selfish. I'm not even doing this for you. I'm really doing it for your kids. Because if you know my story, I'm a child of a super loving but super lost supermom. She was so lost. She was in so much pain. And I became her as well when I became a mom. And I just want to help you stop that. If that's where you're finding yourself in, like the similar situation, my mission is just really to help you so that your kids don't have to suffer and repeat your mistakes. I'm really here for them. So if I help you along the way, that's great. But I'm really here for the kids, for the next generation, so that they don't have to be going through our mistakes all over again. So I hope you got exactly what you needed from this exercise. I will look forward to seeing you next year in 2024. And I'm wishing you all the best. I know that you are doing the best you can. And I believe that you are enough. I believe that there's a part of you who wants to feel that way as well. So just keep going. I know it's scary at times. I know it's like super destabilizing to try to find new ground. And I know you can do that. So I'm sending you a big hug. Lots of love to you and your family, and enjoy your holidays. Bye, Supermom.